Hello everyone and welcome to a very, very, very strange video, and my god, it will probably sound like that I'm reading too much into it, but dear god, Xehanort has pulled some eyes and shit right now. Probably depends, and the door is not closed. It's not closed, now it's closed partially. Anyway, now let me tell you a little story as to how I got to this video. I was going on to Xemnas Be Prepared because I just like watching that. Who made that? I can't really go back. Basically, and then on the side it said Kingdom Hearts 2.5, and I was like cutscenes. And I was like, okay, and then I looked back again, and I was like, Young Xehanort, what? And then I clicked on it. It was the secret ending. Now then, the secret ending basically shown that time travel is a major point. Now then, why is that? Because in Dream Drop Distance, we saw the Kingdom Hearts 2 Xigbar, like his older persona, but in the secret ending, we see his younger persona, Braig. Now, I believe that I could be wrong with where the point in which it happened, but that setting could be that setting could be before when Xehanort or Terranort took his heart out of Braig again. Took his heart out of Braig and then creating Xigbar. But I could be wrong because, Alexia, Alias and Dylan weren't there. Evan and the Enzo were, but they were they had a black aura going round them. But let's just say it's after the event. No, let's just say it's after that, and that stuff has happened. Now, I believe that when Dream Drop Distance happened, I need to go back to Kingdom Hearts 2. With Kingdom Hearts 2, when we thought Xigbar died, he didn't die. He merely teleported or was transported by young Xehanort, and that's a theory, to Dream Drop Distance. And when we saw him, I think we first saw him in the world that never was, in that game. I could be mistaken. We could have seen him beforehand, but my memory is scarce for that reason. Because, whoever decided to the drop system, brilliant mechanic. I must admit, it was good implementing the story into the game. But the time sequence, whoever decided that should be shot. That aside, Now then, I believe that the Braig that we're seeing now is the Braig before getting his heart taken away. And he's been transported to the future, where Xigbar is in the world that never was, in Dream Drop Distance, where he's confronting Sora. And this Braig is about to take Xyrax away. Because because everyone is there, excluding Xemnas. Xemnas has also been transported to the Dream Drop Distance segment, and I believe that we see him as soon as we. What's Pinocchio's world called? I think it was Pinocchio's world. We saw him when we first saw him. I think that he's been transported to there, and then just seeing Sora again. So this setting. A lot of major points were pointed up. Young Xehanort now, doesn't know his own plans. Now, I believe that there's some sort of paradox intertwined somehow. But as we know, that when young Xehanort finished up in Dream Drop Distance, when he returns to the past, his memories of what happened are gone. But not only that, we know that a Keyblade is passed. We find out that a Keyblade is passed down through generation from master to apprentice, and we saw that scene with Terra and Riku, and Aqua and Kairi, but that one is said to be accidental, but still that happened. And for argument's sake, Ven and Sora, but not in, the normal way. And we also find out that Xehanort was a part of the Keyblade War, and his master hasn't passed, and I think that his master died in the Keyblade War, and the Keyblade that he has now, the bat-looking one, was passed down to him when his master died. Yeah, I was just about to say kill, but he didn't mention that you can kill a master and take their Keyblade. But let's just say that the master was dying or something, and he passed it on to him. So yeah, Now Braig, he asks, do you even know your own plans? And that just sends thoughts running through my head. I mean, is older Xehanort manipulating young Xehanort? Or is it something else entirely? Because when I see young Xehanort, I feel sorry for him. Why? Because he is yes, he was trapped on the island, like Riku. He reminds me of Riku because he's trapped on this desolate island. But yeah, that the other island with the town is there, but that's another argument entirely. But he's trapped, and then he sees Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, come up and tell him all this. Offers him a way out. I mean, I'm surprised that he isn't skeptical. I mean, he's a boy who wants freedom, wants to explore. He wants to go beyond this world. And then this heart, this robed figure, Ansem, the heart, basically, just comes up and tells him all this, offers him a way out. I mean, the only reason why I think that it went easy is because freedom. His desire was coming true. How he got the Keyblade, Mysterious Figure's Keyblade, he is Mysterious Figure. But how he got that Keyblade remains to be seen. I mean, it could be his own Keyblade, obviously there will be spoilers, and I'll put spoilers in the description. When Axel got his Keyblade, like Charkrams, well, not the same style, but obviously a lot cooler. Now then, we know from Dream Drop Distance that not all members of organization were adequate to become a Seeker, and I thought that Braig was in the loop for this, but but it seems that this... No. Oh. Yeah, the time travel thing, it really fucks with my head. Sorry for the swearing. But, he's in the loop. So it seems that young Braig, took Xyrax, made him into a... No, actually, he was already a Seeker, because he had the golden eyes as a Nobody. Yeah, Xyrax is a particularly strange case now that the time travel comes into play. Even more so because we see him in Kingdom Hearts 2 with the golden eyes. And then in Dream Drop Distance, where he goes to stop Axel, however you want to call him, he has brownish eyes. And now we know his original eyes are green. But this is the main question. When was he made a Seeker? I mean... Was he made a Seeker before he became a Nobody? Or was he made a Seeker when he transformed back into his Somebody? I mean, a lot of questions rise up. But we know that Xehanort was a part of the Keyblade War. We know that his Keyblade was given to him. We know that this plan has been planned out through time. Separate points in time. We got people of the past in the present manipulating people to enact to get the Keyblade, and this only furthers my hatred for Sora. I mean, like, that's another different topic entirely. But this basically shows that all the Nobodies were manipulated. As far as as far as Eleanor, Edme, Rodal, and Lumaria are, that begs to differ. Yes, I think that those are the Marluxias, Demix, Larxenes, and Luxord's original named persona. I don't think those are Seekers. I mean, it would be pretty strange for Luxord, for Marluxia and Larxene. Luxord as well, and so Demix. But yeah, I don't think that those guys are Seekers. I think that they were just like, transferred somewhere in the same world. They're on the same world as, like, Dylan and Alias, but just, like, in a separate location. And they haven't woken up yet. I'm just assuming that because we know from Dream Drop Distance that Evan and Dylan, like, ill or something, like, they're having a little bit of trouble regaining consciousness, so they probably have that thing. So anyway, I also have a theory on Braig. Now, this is reading too much into it. I'll say right off the bat. In Birth by Sleep, we see him with his brown eyes. I think they were brown. Well, his normal eyes, for argument's sake. And they find Terra, and then we see how he got his stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then when we're in Aqua's story, or Ven's, whichever one, after you play Terra's, we see him with the golden eye. Now, why would he become a Seeker? Why would he accept Xehanort's heart? Now, I believe, like I said, reading too much into it, but I like this theory. I believe that Braig had arrhythmia, and accepting his heart was his saving grace. And if we're going about it, he's... Nah, I'm not going to say that. That's probably a bit too strange as well. But there's also the other question. What is his motivation? Why is he doing this? What does he have to gain? I mean, he's a snake. I mean, he's a very tactful guy. I mean, he's not dumb. He's intelligent. He knows when to use enough intelligence to be useful, but not enough to be a threat, like Vexen and Zexion was. Because let's face it, those two were a threat. So yeah, he's on Xehanort's good side. That much is for certain. And the chairs, like the chairs now, when with the original organization, they symbolized when the members joined. To me, I think they symbolize a degree of trust. Now, if my memory serves correct, young Xehanort is on the 11th seat. Or 12th, one of those two, maybe 10th, but still he's 9 or 9 plus seats down from himself. And the people that are on the 4 closest seats are Ansem, Xemnas, Xigbar, and an unidentified member. But Braig to be higher up than himself and close to Xemnas and Ansem, that close circle, he's obviously gone far. And I believe, I also have another theory, that in Kingdom Hearts 3, we find out that we cannot kill Xehanort, because the only way to kill Xehanort is if you are a Seeker yourself. And I believe that Xigbar may die a martyr. That is my theory for that. And I hope to God that it's not. So anyway, this video was basically rambling on. I mean, a lot of stuff that we found out. I mean, I can't really formulate a proper video, mainly because, the time travel itself makes sense, but at the same time, finding the correct points are hard. I mean, that Braig could have been before Xehanort stabbed him in the heart, or it could have been after. So yeah, that young Braig is in the future when everyone reverted back to their sun bodies. Yeah, and then, Xigbar and Xemnas are obviously in the dream worlds. So yeah, long video. Lot of theories. I'm sorry, I just had to make this. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is like my creme de la creme of gaming. But to find out that the Nobodies have been manipulated across time, I mean, it it boggles the mind. I mean, for Xehanort to have planned this, essentially planned the beta seekers, and then seeing that they were failures, all except two. I'm not including Xemnas in that. All except two were accepted into the new fold. However, one thing with Dream Drop Distance I did like with Sora was him finally realizing his stupidity. Realizing that the people he killed had hearts. Or at least had them growing. But yeah. Strange video, I know. Rambling, like, I'm just going to call it Kingdom Hearts free theories. And time travel theories, I don't bloody know, but see you soon, people. The Kingdom Hearts series has just got a lot more interesting and a lot more weird. Do I pity my fellow nobodies? No, I do not. Just makes me hate Sora more. Good day. And let's hope Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out before we die. I'm sorry. I just had to say that because, like, you know, that joke's going around for ages. Good day. And keep on loving your nobodies.